Well, good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Y'all, it is so windy and so cold and nasty outside.
Man.
Gary and I ain't about that business this morning because we already have a major change in plans for what today was going to be, and today just went all sorts of sideways. So, yeah, we were like, you know what? Let's just do Real Talk inside today. Let's talk with the folks. Let's let everybody know how we're going to have to skeet skirt again. And let's just have a nice good morning before we have to deal with all that outside stuff all day today, which we will be.
Yep.
So, Gary, what happened was...
So, yesterday, we went over to your mom's house, and we got some stuff handled for her.
Yeah. Hey, that was so nice being able to help my mom out. She was super grateful.
Yeah.
Thank you, babe.
No, not a problem. I'm just glad I had pretty much everything that I needed. There's still one thing that we've got to do, which I should have looked at it the last time we were there, just so I could see what I was dealing with and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Well, the thing is like when you're doing stuff to like older houses or whatever that are already built, sometimes they're built a little funky. Or like the previous owners added something on, and now when you're going to upgrade it or it's broken and you got to fix it, now you're dealing with like a whole new can of worms because whoever did it didn't do it right.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Well, it's not that they did it wrong. You could get away with putting up a light right in that area, right? We're talking about a light in the hallway, if you guys don't know.
Or a closet.
I mean.
Yeah.
Now, the bracket that it's meant for, it's like, here's the bracket and here's the wall.
It's so close.
It's right up against the wall, and the light that she wanted to put in is like about yay big. Like
a disc light type.
So, yeah. I mean, if she had a small little light, like base-wise, it would fit right there. It'd be right up against that wall, but it'd fit,
Yeah, but the other closet wasn't that way.
No, the other closet was in the middle of the closet where you would expect it to be.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying about how some things are a little funky, right? Because in the one room, it's like all the way up against the door, and then in the other one, it's like more in the middle of it.
No.
Anyhow, long story short, Gary was able to get some of it done. And
some of it, yeah.
You got a lot of work done for my mom. I know she was super grateful, and it was very nice to be able to chill with her and hang out. And
it was a good time.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to go back at it, and I know exactly. I mean, I'm just gonna move it all over. Thankfully, it's a light.
Yeah.
And it's not like a ceiling fan or anything. So I'm just gonna anchor it up there and off of one of those bolts to anchor over there, and then I'll put a drywall anchor on the other side, so that way it's there.
It's there.
It ain't gonna come down,
Yeah.
But I'll be able to get that thing situated the next time. I have the drywall anchors still and everything like that. So
yeah,
and the good ones where you can put like 80 pounds, I think it is, on it. Like per
no,
one.
It'll hold that little old light, no problem. No problem.
So yeah,
what happened was we were on our way over to Mom's house yesterday to go handle a few things, and Gary went to go get all of his tools and stuff, and
yeah. I looked up, in my garage, and I saw a sky. I was like, huh? That's a beautiful day.
Look at that blue sky.
So yeah.
I
realized that my garage ripped right down the middle.
Yeah, you know how we have those garage tents that we use for storage out here? We've used them for a while. Gary's garage tent that we use for a garage, not just for storage, that was actually the very first building that we actually put here on the property. And that was even before we moved out here to Arkansas. That was like our first load got dropped off in there. And then we ended up going back to Arizona and having to fix up and sell our Arizona house. And, so that building, I think, was up since the beginning of 2021.
something like that.
So that one lasted about a good
like
3 years. I mean, it's lasted. We got our money's worth out of it, but yeah, it took a dump. It has a huge rip right down the center. And that's where all of Gary's tools are and stuff. You know, he's got his toolboxes in there, and all of our expensive tools are in there.
Yeah, and that's where I'm just like, man. And I looked online, and they do sell a replacement cover kit type thing where it gives you like the roof and the sides and everything like that. But it's not going to be here until 5 to 7 days. I can't wait that long. And there's storms coming and everything else, and I am not doing that to my garage.
Yeah.
We were planning on putting a tarp over it last night, but it was so windy. I looked at it and I was like, dude, if I put a tarp over that thing's going to be gone.
Yeah, the tarp and the whole thing is just going to fly away like a kite.
The tarp's going to be gone. There ain't no... I was like, man, dude. So today I've got to go out to Fort Smith again. And go get myself I'm just going to go get the complete garage set and everything again. Because it's not that expensive, and I really, really, really don't want all my tools in the weather.
No. And so today, this morning, I went and Gary got to sleep in a little bit, and I went and I took the kids down to the bus stop and stuff. Man, it was in the 40s, and the wind is straight up howling outside. Like, you can hear it howling at you. Mm-hmm. And blowing everything around in the yard. We have a big old mess in the yard now from just kids' toys and then, things. And so... And I hate to break it to you, too. You remember how it looked yesterday? Yeah. It's worse.
Yeah.
It's like the tarp is way worse. Like, it's barely hanging on.
I don't doubt that.
It's like super string over there, barely hanging on.
I don't doubt that.
Good morning, Lola. Good morning. Come here, Lola. Good morning. Come over here.
I got an idea about everything with that. And I think I came up with a good idea on that. So there's one other thing that we did yesterday that I don't know if anybody knows or not or whatnot. But we placed an order.
Yeah, we did, which is very exciting.
A big order.
Sit, please. Sit, please. Sit.
We placed an order for 100 Cornish cross birds.
100, guys, 100. This will be the
broiler.
Yeah, the broiler Cornish
meat birds.
Come on, Lola.
So, yeah, got 100 of those guys coming. They're not going to be here until
April 30th.
April 30th to May 5th, I think it was, or something like that. Mm-hmm. So we got some time for that, but that's partly why I wanted to place the order, because I knew that they ain't going to be just here in a couple of weeks. I was like, dude, it's going to take a minute. They're getting everything ready. If you want them, you have to place your order now.
Yep.
And it was a really good price. It wasn't, It
was $2.13 per chicken.
Yep.
So order total came to, actually, I think it might have been a little bit less than that, because there is taxes and stuff, and what our actual end price was $213.
I think it might have been all included or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know, but we paid $213. We went through Myers Hatchery, and they're going to be delivered, just like Gary said, somewhere around April 30th to the very beginning of May. And so that gives us plenty of time to set up our other little area over there. We're not going to go crazy. They're not getting a big hen house. They're not getting none of that. We're going to do... we have something in mind. I don't want to spill too many beans. You guys are going to see it on upcoming videos. I think today, when we're doing some of our recording, we'll probably bring you guys along on that. So you guys will see it on Simple Life, relatively shortly. But it's going to be really good, man. I'm excited to get that many birds. And the thing is we don't need anything too crazy for them too, because they're going to be ready for another, freezer camp day within 8 weeks. So we're
8 to 9 weeks.
We're talking sometime in the middle of June, or the end of June. We should be able to get them all set and put into the freezer. Then we'll have meat for the rest of the year as far as chicken's concerned. Anyhow, today we're going to have to go skeet skirt. We were planning on going and working up on our deck. And yes, one thing after another, it just kind of happens sometimes, right? One, it's super duper windy and nasty outside still. We're going to have a heck of a time trying to set up Gary's new garage tarp.
Yep.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
By the time that's done, there's not going to be much time of the day left.
No, we'll probably have another 4 hours or so to deal with the day. And to be honest with you,
we gotta clean up from all this wind.
Yeah.
Because as you guys have all had to deal with.
Everyone in our area, anyway.
Everybody around the world, I'm pretty positive. You know, anytime it's super windy, there's just trash that comes out of nowhere.
From the neighbor or from wherever. Like, where did this come from?
I don't, what the heck?
And then, we got kids and we got animals.
We got kids, we got animals, we got all that other stuff. So we're going to get that done. We are going to be taking a trip, and the last thing I want is to have trash everywhere when we leave.
Right, and I don't want Anthony and Rox to have come over here and be dealing with any of our stuff while we're gone too. I want to have everything, which it already is pretty automated, to be honest with you, but I want to make sure that everything is very easy for them to deal with it. And I'm going to send Gary to the store by himself to go get that Harbor Freight garage tent, and I'm going to stay home. I'm going to work on some things here inside the house. I've got some laundry I got to do, and then our chickens, man, have been laying so many eggs. Like, I have two giant baskets full of eggs, and I think one of my baskets is about a week old now, and they've never been washed, and they've never been refrigerated or anything, and so it's getting to that point where I need to start dealing with them. And I think that basket for sure, I'm going to pickle them. And so I'm going to probably do some egg pickling today. I'm probably going to do some hard boiling today so I could stick those in the refrigerator as well. And then I need to do some water glassing as well. So I have 3 things that I got to do with some of those eggs because I have so many eggs. Yeah, I got eggs coming out of everywhere. It's a good problem to have, right? But man, I got so many eggs. Some people have actually asked me why don't I freeze any of the eggs, and I can freeze them. I got no problem with freezing.
I would scramble them first and then freeze them.
Yeah, that's what they say to do. They say to do it in the ice trays.
Okay.
Like, basically you take an egg and you'll scramble it, and then you stick it inside one of those ice trays, and then that way you just pop it out and you got 1 egg per ice tray, and it's measured, so you could literally just let it thaw out, and then you could use it for any of your cooking or any of your whatever. And that's a good thing to do too. I don't have a whole lot of ice trays though. That's the thing. I don't have any ice trays, to be honest with you. I did have some when we lived in the trailer, but they got destroyed. The kids left them out one time, and then the dogs chewed them up, and now I don't have any. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I haven't done any, and I know that they're cheap enough. You can pick up an ice tray at the dollar store. It's not a thing. But yeah, so I won't be freezing any today unless I do a bunch of them in in gallon-sized bags or something for like easy omelets. I could do that. I could actually even season them and everything and then stick it into the freezer. So that way, like, if we want to have like omelets for breakfast one morning, I could just take out the bag and, you know what I mean? So we'll see what I can get up to and what I can get into. I'm going to do some, like I said, some house chores and stuff while Gary goes to town. And then when he comes back from town, we're going to deal with that garage tent. We're probably going to do some stuff in the yard and get everything ready because it is so windy outside, guys. Even if we didn't have to deal with this whole garage tent situation that we're having to deal with, I'm not super sure that it would be very smart for us to be up on top of the deck with those big beams and with the work that we have to do. I'm not sure it would be very safe for us to do that. And, we don't need anybody saying that we should be arrested and jailed for being so dangerous, so...
I'm sorry, that one just still makes me laugh my butt off.
I'm sorry, I had to throw it in there, all right, in passive aggression.
Really makes me laugh like no tomorrow.
Anyways. Either way, I don't think that it would be super smart for us to be up there and to be doing what we have to do. Because the next steps for the decking is we still got to deal with that one corner and get it notched out and get it into place. But then all the posts that are presently up, what we have to do is we have to stick a girder board up on top of it. And then find level. And with the girder board up, like be able to mark the posts where level is. And then put that across the whole thing. And then take that off. and then take the posts and kind of bring them down so that way Gary can notch out the tops. And then we could put those posts back up and then we could lag bolt them in so that way they're exactly where they need to be. But then we could put the actual real girder board up, which is like 2 or 3 of those 2 by whatever's, what are they? 2 by...
We got 2x8s for
2 by 8s. That's what it was. I was looking at them. I'm like, it's not 6. It's not 10. 2 by 8s.
I got 2x8s for up there.
Yeah.
It's it's the roof, you know? It's not live load aspects.
Yeah.
Wise, like walking wise or anything else like that. The only thing that's going to be up there is the rain that hits the roof and the snow or the ice here and there, right? But it's not going to be like, you know, think of like a grill, think of like a freezer, think of like big objects that you're setting down somewhere, right? You're not setting a big object in an area on top of the roof.
No, but we will on the deck. And that's why the decking is so beefy.
That's why I went a little beefier, exactly.
Yeah.
Because, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want any of that, all right?
Yeah. It's all good. I know that we're going to have plenty, I mean, maybe not plenty of time, but I know that we're going to have time to get it all done.
Yeah.
Now, because we're having to go skeet skirt, we can't let Gary's tools go to waste. Oh, and I know somebody probably already has brought it up in the comment because they didn't get this far in the video without making their comment. What about your garage, Gary? Why don't you just build your garage? Why are you going to go spend money on a tent? Why aren't you building a garage? Why aren't you going to build? I'm so selfish. Melanie is the selfish, most rotten person ever because she keeps avoiding you getting your garage.
Yeah. No.
Sorry, I had to go there because that was literally a comment that we got on one of our last videos. How selfish I am because Gary doesn't have his garage.
It's a little irritating to hear somebody try to say that on my behalf, to be quite frank. Like, you don't have any say on my behalf. Anybody. Nobody. I'm just saying. But I'm the one that said, hey, we're not doing the garage.
Yeah.
I'm the one that said that. Now, the reason why, I don't have a roof on my house. If I build my garage over there, that is selfish. I'm just saying, for me to do that. So, yeah, no, I see where I'm at with it. I'd rather have this house get done.
Yeah.
And how I was saying before, where it's like I could use that area for staining all the wood and finishes and everything else. Well, we have a whole empty cabin upstairs. Yeah. So a lot of that can be done up there. And it's all dried in up there. So I can, that's where I was like, and as much as I would love my garage, trust me on that. I can't wait for that garage to be done.
Well, I can, because we're going to be a bunch of blockheads again, it sounds like.
Yeah, but I'm not going to put ourselves out there to do that when our house isn't fully done.
And on the flip side, we could take all of your tools that's inside your garage right now and bring them up into the house, but that's not going to be the final resting place.
I only want to move those tools once.
Yeah.
All right. Moving all those tools was a nightmare.
It was getting it out of the horse trailer and just getting them
into the horse trailer, getting them out of the horse trailer.
I remember that.
That was a huge, oh my goodness, the amount of tools. Okay, you guys. So, yeah, I only want to move those one more time.
Yeah.
And
so my dad, it was before my dad gave you those before he passed.
He gave me all those when he ended up moving full time from Vegas to Arizona.
That's what it was.
Because he had 2 full sets. He had 1 full set in Arizona and he had 1 full set in Vegas, which
he gave you the Vegas ones.
He gave me the Vegas ones, and all of those went into our garage in Arizona and everything like that, which we had to move all of that. That was a nightmare then too.
So we had a lot of Gary's tools. I wouldn't say all of them, but a lot of Gary's tools that he has came from my dad. And I remember when he gave it to you, he gave you those big metal toolboxes. And my dad used to fix and restore cars and classic cars. So a lot of the tools that Gary has is for automobiles.
Yep.
But some of the other tools that we have too, because my dad also built his own house, and so a lot of the other tools that we have is perfect for construction. And so they're kind of sentimental to us too. We don't want them to rot and get bad, So
I'm gonna spend probably once the garage is all said and done, That's going to be its own thing, I'm just saying. Like, I'm going to build the garage, get everything all cleaned and good in there, and then I'm going to be moving all those over there and literally deep diving into every one of those tools, cleaning them, getting them all nice and rusted off and
brand
lubed
new
again and good to go to where I don't
Restoring
have to mess with the freaking humidity. But I'm going to probably have to spend like a whole month doing that.
Probably.
Like, to be quite frank, and make it to where I can do my pegboard, and I want to do the whole outlining and everything else with the electrical tape.
Well, you know.
No, and like,
this is where that tool goes.
Somebody grab something. It ain't missing, or it's missing. What the heck?
Yeah. Yeah. And you got, you know, that table saw that we use all the time. Like every time that I'm out there using that or whatever, that was my dad's too. Yep. So it kind of goes full circle in some ways that like, Dad's not here with us, but he's still here with us. And he still has his hand on everything that we've done out here. And I know I'm going to get all sentimental right now. I know.
But that's the big reason why, you know, I seen that and I said, nope, well, I gotta go to town and I gotta get that covered because no, I'll be a grown man crying like a little baby. My tools!
Yeah. And I would be too, you know? Dad's tools! Gary's tools!
Just saying.
I would be too.
I was crying a little bit last night about in my soul. Like,
yeah. Well, we didn't get any rain last night. It was just really windy and nasty and cold. And today we should not be getting any rain. It's just going to be windy and nasty and cold. Like we said, we're going to go outside and deal with several things. We're going to be vlogging and bringing y'all along for the journey. I really have been appreciating y'all's feedback. You guys like coming along with us, even for just our day-to-day stuff, which I am going to be doing a lot more of. So I'm happy that you guys enjoy that type of content. We're going to bring you guys along for whatever we get into today.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got so much stuff we got to get working on. And today is going to be, I was going to say tomorrow, night, we are expecting rain.
Yep.
Tomorrow night, we are expecting rain. It says like 60% chance of rain tomorrow night. So yeah. But I mean, if we don't, we have to get this thing taken care of. And I don't want to fly off the deck. There's so many reasons why we're going skeet skirt, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm not sure we're going to be able to make our personal goal. Like we always say, you know, it's a game plan, not necessarily a set plan. David likes to say the same thing. I don't think we're going to make it to where we have the zip board up on top of the decking.
No.
Before the end of this month, because this month is over like tomorrow. So I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening by the end of this week either.
I've also changed the roof plan again. We'll talk to you guys more about that on Simple Life.
Yeah. You guys will see. Tomorrow, actually, we're going to be going over to Mama V's Possum Run Homestead and getting in a roofing day.
Yep.
And actually Friday as well. So we're going to be putting in 2 days over at Possum Run and hopefully finishing up all of her roofing, because next week we're going to have to try to like laser focus, and hopefully the weather is going to cooperate. But we're going to try to laser focus here on our homestead. We'll probably make one more run over to my mom's house and do that, wrapping up stuff for my mom. But we're going to try to laser focus on the stuff that we have to do over here on our homestead and on our decking, because that following weekend is when we're leaving on our trip. So time is getting time's running out.
Time's running.
And we're trying to do as much as possible and stay as focused as possible. Sometimes there's, things that go out of your control.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. We're rolling with it. We're happy about it. Today's going to be a very good day. It's going to be another productive day, and it's stuff that we got to get done. So we're going to get working on it. Gary's itching to get to the store before it gets too much later. So we're going to have him go to the store. I'm going to do my thing here, and we will see you guys later on tonight on Simple Life Reclaimed for a live video.
Oh, yeah.
So I hope that you guys can make it for our live chat, 7 o'clock. And we'll be back here on Real Talk with SLR tomorrow morning. So until then, friends, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.